I was scrolling through Instagram during my lunch break when I saw it. My brother Derek's latest post. 3 million views in 6 hours. The video started with that trendy sound, you know the one. Derek stood in front of his new Tesla Model X, arms crossed, looking directly at the camera. The text overlay read, point of view. Your sister is still on food stamps at 35 while you're building generational wealth. Some people just don't have what it takes. Self-made, millionaire mindset. Family drama. The video cut to clips of him at some conference in Miami, shaking hands with other influencers, then panned to a family photo from Thanksgiving last year where I was standing in the corner in my Target clearance sweater while everyone else was dressed up. Someone had drawn a red circle around me with the caption, "Still asking mom for money LOL." My hands were shaking. Not from anger. Not yet. That would come later. Right then, I just felt this weird, hollow sensation in my chest. Like someone had reached in and scooped out everything that mattered. The comments were already pouring in. Thousands of them. At least she has you to look up to. Some siblings are just built different. Your parents must be so proud of you and so worried about her. Is she the one who dropped out of college? Yikes. One comment had 12,000 likes. This is what happens when one sibling has discipline and the other has excuses. I typed out a comment. Just 2 words. Congratulations, Derek. I added a heart emoji. Then I deleted it. Too much. I posted it without the emoji. My phone rang immediately. It was Derek. Maya. His voice had that fake enthusiasm he used in his motivational videos. Did you see the post? Sorry if it came off harsh, but you know me, I just keep it real. No hard feelings, right? It's all love. It's fine, I said. My voice sounded calm. Weird how that works. Inside, something was crystallizing. Hardening. I saw it. Cool, cool. Listen, I'm actually calling because I need a favor. The payment for my Range Rover lease didn't go through and I've got this huge meeting tomorrow. Can you spot me like 5 grand? I'll pay you back next month when my affiliate checks hit. I should tell you how we got here. How my younger brother became an Instagram success story with 847,000 followers while I became his cautionary tale. It started 9 years ago. I was 26, working as a junior financial analyst at a hedge fund in Manhattan. Not glamorous, but stable. Good salary. Derek had just dropped out of college for the 3rd time. He had this idea for a lifestyle brand. Financial freedom through mindset, he called it. Maya, I just need 50,000 to get started, he'd said over dinner at our parents' place in Connecticut. It's an investment. When I blow up, I'll pay you back triple. Everyone laughed. Not mean laughter, just that knowing family chuckle when Derek pitched his schemes. He'd tried a cryptocurrency app before that. And a dating coaching service. And something involving dropshipping yoga mats. Derek, honey, mom had said, patting his hand. Maybe you should get a regular job first. Build up some savings. Dad had nodded. Your sister worked her way up. Maybe follow her example. But I saw something in Derek's eyes that night. That desperate hunger to prove them wrong. To prove everyone wrong who'd ever doubted him. I also saw the credit card debt he'd racked up. The student loans for colleges he never finished. The desperation. So I gave him the 50,000. Every penny of my savings. Pay me back when you can, I told him. No rush. The lifestyle brand failed within 6 months. Turns out it's hard to sell financial advice when you're broke and living in your parents' basement. Then he pivoted to authenticity coaching. Then cryptocurrency again. Then day trading courses. Each time, he needed more money. Just to scale up, he'd say. I'm so close to breaking through. I was making good money by then. Really good money. I'd gotten promoted twice, was managing a portfolio worth tens of millions. I could afford it. And I wanted to afford it. Because somewhere along the way, Derek had become my project. My investment. If he succeeded, it proved that I was a good sister. A good person. That my money meant something. Then mom got sick. Stage 3 breast cancer. Dad's insurance covered some of it, but not the experimental treatment at Sloan Kettering that her doctors recommended. Not the medications that weren't quite FDA approved yet. Not the private room, and the specialists and the travel costs for Dad to be there every day. The bills came to $340,000. I paid them. All of them. Mom never knew. I told her that Dad's insurance had really stepped up. She believed me, because she wanted to believe. Because she was tired and scared and didn't have energy to question good news. She went into remission. That was 4 years ago. Derek launched his Instagram around the same time. He'd found his angle. Young entrepreneur shares his journey from broke to boss. Real talk about building wealth. No fake guru stuff. Except it was all fake guru stuff. His Tesla? I co-signed the lease. His apartment in Brooklyn with the floor-to-ceiling windows where he filmed all his content. I covered the deposit and first 6 months' rent when he couldn't qualify. The designer clothes, the gym membership at Equinox, the trips to Bali and Dubai for content creation? All on my credit cards. Maya, I need to look successful to be successful, he'd explain. Fake it till you make it. That's what all the big influencers say. Once I hit 1 million followers, the sponsorships will roll in. Then I'll pay you back everything, I promise. I kept a spreadsheet. It was hidden in a folder on my laptop labeled 2019 tax documents. Nobody would ever look there. The spreadsheet had 3 columns. Date, amount, purpose. The numbers added up. And up. And up. By the time I opened that spreadsheet on my phone in the bathroom stall at work, 37 minutes after seeing Derek's Instagram post, the total was $847,392.64. $847,392.64. That didn't include Mom's medical bills. That was a separate sheet. That was family obligation, not the same thing. But this? This was almost $1 million I'd given my brother so he could build a brand telling other people how to build wealth. I'd done it quietly. Carefully. I never mentioned it to our parents. Never brought it up at family gatherings. Derek would sometimes say things like, Maya helped me out when I was starting, but in that vague way that could mean anything. Could mean I bought him lunch a few times. I thought I was helping family. Being the responsible older sister who took care of her struggling brother. Instead, I'd funded my own public humiliation. 3 million people were now watching Derek explain why some siblings make it and others don't. Using me as the example of the one who didn't. My phone buzzed with a text from Derek. Yo, did the payment go through? Meeting is at 10 tomorrow. I looked at the Instagram post again. Someone had commented. Maybe if she spent less time making excuses and more time grinding like you, she'd be successful too. Derek had liked that comment. I called my bank. The private wealth management number, not the regular customer service line. Hi, this is Maya Chen. I need to freeze all active credit lines associated with Derek Chen. Authorization code 7739. The representative's voice was professionally neutral. All of them, Miss Chen? Every single one. That includes the Tesla lease, the apartment rental guarantee, the everything. May I ask the reason for the change? I looked at my reflection in the bathroom mirror. My Target clearance sweater. My minimal makeup because I left the house at 6:30 this morning for a board meeting. My tired eyes. Let's call it a business decision. There was a pause. The freeze will be effective immediately. Should I also recall the supplementary cards? Yes. And I'll need documentation of all transactions for the past 9 years. Complete records. I want to know where every dollar went. That will take 3 to 5 business days to compile. That's fine. Send it to my personal email. I hung up. Then I texted Derek back. Payment didn't go through. Bank flagged it as fraud. You'll need to use your own card. 3 dots appeared immediately. Disappeared. Appeared again. What do you mean fraud? Maya, this is serious, I need this car tomorrow. Not my problem. Use your own funds. I don't have $5,000 liquid right now. Everything's tied up in investments. I didn't respond. I was too busy scrolling through his Instagram feed, taking screenshots. All those posts about financial independence. About building wealth. About not relying on anyone. One post from 3 months ago had 400,000 likes. It was Derek standing in front of a private jet. The caption read, Self-made at 32. No handouts, no shortcuts. Just hard work and smart investments. If I can do it, you can too. Link in bio for my course. The course cost $997. According to his Instagram, over 5,000 people had enrolled. That was almost $5 million. From people who believed Derek's story. Who believed he'd pulled himself up without help. I made another call. This one to a lawyer I knew from work who specialized in disclosure requirements for influencers. Hypothetically, I said, if someone is selling a course about financial independence, but their lifestyle is funded by someone else, could that be considered fraud? The lawyer was quiet for a moment. That's not hypothetical, is it? Let's pretend it is. Hypothetically, if someone is making material misrepresentations about their financial status to sell products or services, yes, that could be actionable. Especially if you can document the financial support. The FTC has been cracking down on influencer transparency. Why? Just curious. But I wasn't just curious. I was thinking about those 5,000 people who paid $997 for Derek's Secrets to Success, thinking about the single moms, the college students, the people working 2 jobs who scraped together $1,000 because they believed Derek's story. They deserved to know the truth. I left work early. Told my boss I had a family emergency. Which was true, in a way. At home, I opened my laptop and started writing. Not a social media post. Not yet. First, I needed to organize everything. The spreadsheet was easy. I already had it. But I wanted more than numbers. I wanted the full picture. I went through my email archives. Found every single request from Derek. The desperate 2 a.m. messages. The promises to pay me back. The guilt trips when I hesitated. The way he'd say things like, I thought families supported each other, when I suggested maybe he should get a part-time job. I found bank statements showing my transfers to his accounts. Credit card records for his apartment, his car, his lifestyle expenses. Text messages where he'd ask me to Venmo him money for content equipment that turned out to be bottles at clubs. I organized it all into a folder. Created a simple website. Nothing fancy. Just a clean page with a headline. The real story behind it: Derek Chen, official success. Below that, I wrote a letter. Not angry. Not emotional. Just factual. My name is Maya Chen. I'm Derek Chen's older sister. Over the past 9 years, I have provided $847,392.64 in financial support to fund his lifestyle while he built his social media presence. This includes his car lease, apartment rent, travel expenses, and daily living costs. I did this privately because I wanted to support my brother. I'm making this public now because Derek recently posted content implying that I am financially irresponsible while presenting himself as entirely self-made. His followers deserve to know the truth before purchasing his courses or financial advice. Then I added the receipts. All of them. The spreadsheet. Bank statements with Derek's name highlighted. Screenshots of text messages. Everything. At the bottom, I included one more thing. A screenshot of Derek's Instagram post about me. The one calling me a welfare mom. The one with 3 million views. I didn't post it yet. I just sat there, staring at the screen, my finger hovering over the publish button. My phone rang. Derek again. Maya, what the hell? The Tesla dealership just called. They said the lease payment bounced and they're going to repossess the car if I don't pay by tomorrow. And my landlord called, something about the rental guarantee being cancelled? Yeah, I said. I froze everything. Silence. Then, you what? I froze all the credit lines. Recalled the supplementary cards. It's done. Maya, you can't. I have obligations. I have a meeting tomorrow that could be worth 6 figures in sponsorships. I need that car. Use your own money. I told you, everything's tied up in investments. Right. What investments? Derek. That's not. This is insane. You're sabotaging me. I'm stopping the sabotage. 9 years of it. His voice changed. Got softer. The tone he used in his vulnerable Instagram posts. Look, I know I messed up with that post. I was just trying to be motivational, you know? Show contrast. I didn't think you'd take it personally. I'll delete it right now if. Don't bother. 3 million people already saw it. Then what do you want? An apology? Fine. I'm sorry. I really am. But Maya, you can't cut me off like this. You're my sister. We're family. Family, I repeated. Right. Is that why you told 3 million strangers that I'm a welfare mom who's too lazy to succeed? I didn't say lazy. People love the underdog story. The contrast between siblings makes it relatable. Did you tell them I paid for mom's cancer treatment? Silence. Did you tell them I've been funding your entire lifestyle for 9 years? More silence. Did you tell your course participants that your self-made success was made possible by your sister's hedge fund salary? That's not fair. I would have made it without, would you? I cut him off. Because according to my records, you haven't had a profitable month in 9 years. Every single dollar you've made from sponsorships and courses, you've spent. Usually before you even earned it. The only reason you're not drowning in debt is because I've been bailing you out. I was building a brand. You don't understand how social media works. You need to invest in yourself. With someone else's money? You offered to help. I offered to help my brother. Not to fund a fake success story. He was quiet for a long moment. When he spoke again, his voice was different. Harder. So what, you're just cutting me off. After everything? After everything? I laughed. It sounded bitter even to me. Derek, I've given you almost $1 million. I've co-signed your leases, covered your rent, paid for your lifestyle. And the one thing I asked for in return was discretion. I didn't need credit. I just needed you not to actively humiliate me to millions of people. It was one post. It was the post that made me realize I'm not helping you anymore. I'm enabling you. There's a difference. Maya, please. I'll delete the post. I'll post a correction. Whatever you want. Just don't do this. I looked at my laptop screen. At the website I'd built. At the truth, ready to be published. Delete your post, I said. But don't bother with a correction. So you'll unfreeze the accounts? No. I'm done. But I'm giving you a choice. You can quietly wind down your lifestyle, get a real job, and move on. Or you can keep pretending to be self-made. But if you do, I'm going to tell everyone the truth. You wouldn't. Try me. I hung up. For 10 minutes, nothing happened. I sat there, staring at my phone, half expecting him to call back. To grovel. To threaten. Something. Then I got a notification. Derek had deleted the Instagram post. But in its place, he'd posted a new video. It was him in his apartment, looking serious. The caption read, "Real talk. My sister is upset about my last post and has decided to sabotage my career by cutting off financial support she voluntarily offered. I'm disappointed but not surprised. Some people can't handle seeing others succeed. I'll get through this. Just like I've gotten through everything. Thanks for the support. Tai E. 200,000 views in 3 minutes. The comments were instant. Family is supposed to support each other. She's probably jealous of your success. This is why you can't help some people. They'll just drag you down. I published the website. Then I went to Reddit. Posted the link to our Instagram reality with the title, "Influencer Claims He's Self-Made. Here's the $847K in receipts from his sister." Then to Twitter. Then to TikTok. Then I commented on Derek's new Instagram post with just a link to the website. Nothing else. Just the link. I closed my laptop. Made myself tea. Turned on a show I wasn't paying attention to. My phone started buzzing. First a trickle, then a flood. By midnight, Derek's Instagram comments had shifted. Holy shit, did anyone click the link? This man has been lying about everything. I paid $997 for his course and he's been living off his sister's money this whole time? Where is my refund? Someone on Reddit had done the math. So he's made roughly $5 million from course sales alone, plus sponsorships. But he still needed his sister to pay his car lease? Where did all the money go? Another user had pulled up business registration records. His LLC shows massive debts and liens. This dude isn't just not profitable. He's hemorrhaging money. A personal finance YouTuber with 2 million subscribers made a video about it. Why this influencer's lies matter. A breakdown. By the morning, Derek's Instagram was gone. Just deleted. All 847,000 followers, 9 years of content, vanished. Me phone rang at 2 a.m. Del. Maya? What's going on? Your mother just woke me up saying something about Derek's Instagram and money and... Derek's been lying about his success, I said simply. I've been funding his lifestyle. I made it public because he posted something cruel about me, and I decided I was done. How much have you been giving him? Almost $1 million over 9 years. Dad was silent for so long I thought the call had dropped. Dad? I'm here. $1 million? Yes. And we never knew? I didn't want you to worry. After Mom's treatment, I knew you were stressed about money. I didn't want to add to it. Another long pause. We need to talk. The whole family. Can you come to dinner on Sunday? I don't think Derek will be there. He'll be there, Dad said quietly. Even if I have to drag him. Sunday dinner was awkward. That's putting it mildly. Mom kept crying. Not loud, just these quiet tears running down her face while she passed the potatoes. Dad looked like he'd aged 5 years in 5 days. Derek wouldn't make eye contact with anyone. I want to understand, Mom finally said, looking at Derek. You told us you were doing well. You showed us your apartment, your car. You said the sponsorships were covering everything. They were, Derek muttered. Don't lie to your mother, Dad said sharply. Derek flinched. I was planning to pay Maya back. Once things really took off. Things did take off, I interrupted. You made millions from your course. Where did it go? He was quiet. Derek. Dad's voice had that tone. The one from childhood when you knew you were really in trouble. I had expenses. The apartment was expensive. And I needed to maintain the lifestyle for content. And there were some investments that didn't pan out. And gambling? I asked. Everyone looked at me. The bank sent me the transaction records. There are a lot of charges to online poker sites and sports betting apps. Derek's face went red. That's not I was trying to grow the money. You lost over $2 million gambling, I said flatly. Your course revenue, your sponsorship deals, everything. You pissed it all away and kept coming back to me because you knew I'd cover you. Mom made us sound like she'd been punched. I had a problem, Derek said quietly. I have a problem. I'm trying to fix it. Are you? I asked. Or are you trying to fix your image? Both. I don't know. I'm going to meetings now. Since the Instagram went down, I've had a lot of time to think. What about the people who bought your course? I pressed. The ones who paid $1,000 for financial advice from someone who's actually broke and drowning in gambling debt. I don't have the money to refund them. That's not what I asked. He finally looked at me. Really looked at me. I don't know what you want me to say, Maya. I screwed up. I know that. I'm sorry. But I can't undo it. The money's gone. My reputation is gone. Everything is gone. Not everything, Mom said softly. You still have family. I shook my head. No. He needs to hear this. Derek. You didn't just screw up. You built your entire identity on a lie. You sold that lie to thousands of people. You took their money, knowing you weren't qualified to give them advice. That's not a mistake. That's a choice. What do you want from me? I want you to make it right. How? I told you, I don't have the money. Get a job. A real one. Pay people back slowly if you have to. Go to therapy. Deal with your gambling addiction. File bankruptcy if you need to. But stop lying. If I do that, I'll never, he stopped. Never what? I asked. Never be Instagram famous again? Good. You shouldn't be. Mom was crying harder now. Dad had his arm around her. I think, Dad said carefully, that Derek should move back home for a while. Get his feet under him. No distractions. No social media. Just focus on getting help and figuring out what comes next. Derek looked like he wanted to argue, but he just nodded. And Maya, Dad continued, looking at me. I'm proud of you. For helping your brother even when he didn't deserve it. For taking care of your mother. For being you. But I'm also sorry. Sorry we didn't see what was happening. Sorry you felt like you had to handle everything alone. That's when I started crying. We sat there for a while, all of us, not saying much. Eventually, Mom served dessert even though nobody was hungry. That's what moms do. As we were leaving, Derek caught my arm in the driveway. I really am sorry, he said. Not just about the post. About all of it. I took advantage of you. I knew what I was doing and I did it anyway because it was easier than actually changing. I know. Do you think you'll ever forgive me? I thought about it. Really thought about it. Maybe, I said. But not yet. And not until you actually change. Not just talk about changing. He nodded. Fair. And Derek? Get help. Real help. Not for your image. For you. I will. I drove home feeling lighter somehow. Like I'd been carrying something heavy for so long I'd forgotten it was there until I put it down. My phone buzzed. A message from an unknown number. Hi, this is Jennifer Martinez. I took your brother's course last year. I saw what you posted. Thank you for telling the truth. I felt so stupid for believing him, but knowing the real story helps. I hope this isn't weird, but I wanted you to know that what you did matters. A lot of us needed to see that even the successful people online might be lying. Anyway, thank you. Then another message. And another. Dozens of them over the next few days. People thanking me. People sharing their own stories of being scammed by fake gurus. People who'd been beating themselves up for not being as successful as Derek, who now realized his success was a fiction. A journalist from Forbes reached out, wanted to do a story about influencer transparency and the importance of disclosing financial support. A lawyer contacted me about a possible class action lawsuit on behalf of Derek's course participants. I declined both. I wasn't interested in dragging this out. I just wanted it done. 3 weeks later, Derek checked himself into a residential gambling addiction treatment center in Arizona. He'll be there for 90 days. Mom calls me every night to update me on how he's doing. I listen. I don't visit. Not yet. Dad sent me a check for $50,000. This doesn't come close to covering what you spent, the note said, but it's what we can afford right now. We should have helped with your mother's treatment. We should have seen what Derek was doing. This is a start at making it right. I deposited the check. Added it to a new savings account I'd opened. This one wasn't for Derek or emergencies or anyone else. It was for me. I'm thinking about taking a real vacation. Not a long weekend. A real one. Maybe 2 weeks in Japan. Or Iceland. Somewhere I've never been. Somewhere I can just be Maya. Not the responsible sister. Not the fixer. Not the ATM. Just me. Someone at work asked about the Instagram drama. Word had gotten around. Your brother's the one who. Yeah, I said. That's him. That must have been hard. Going public like that. I thought about it. It was. But keeping it private was harder. She nodded like she understood. Maybe she did. I still have the Instagram app on my phone, but I don't open it much anymore. When I do, I see that Derek's old username has been taken over by someone selling dropshipping courses. The internet moves fast. Someone did make a TikTok about the whole situation that went viral. The most expensive way to find out your sibling is toxic. It got 15 million views. I didn't watch it. I don't need to see my life turned into someone else's content. I lived it. That's enough. Last week, I got a letter. Actual mail. From Derek's treatment center. Inside was a single page. Derek's handwriting. Maya, they have us write letters in here. Part of the recovery process. Making amends. But I'm not ready to send you a real one yet because I don't think I have the words. So this is just to say, I'm trying. Really trying. And when I get out, I'm going to pay you back. Not all at once. Maybe not even in this lifetime. But I'm going to try. Not because you asked me to. Because I need to. For me. Love, Derek. I put the letter in a drawer. Maybe I'll respond. Maybe I won't. Right now, I'm okay with the silence. The truth is out there. The money is gone. The relationship is broken. But I'm free. And that's worth more than $847,392.64.